You want the kind of story that makes people spit out their coffee or clutch their chest and say, "No way that happened to you." All right, picture this. It's Thursday night. I'm running on fumes after another 10-hour day of moving imaginary walls on a screen for folks who think architect means you live in a mansion, not in a shoebox with 3 roommates and a cat that hates you. All I want in the world is to get home, kick my shoes off, and shout at the TV about how the refs are robbing my basketball team. Only thing in my way, that blinding orange gaslight I've been ignoring for 40 miles. Yeah, you know that dance. So I pull into one of those mega gas stations, the type way too bright, like it's expecting a visit from the president or maybe aliens. 17 pumps, a convenience store the size of a small Walmart, fluorescent lights flickering like they're powered by ghosts. I'm in my basic black sedan at pump 6, not flexing, just trying to get by, navy shirt, jeans, nothing special. I figure I'll prepay inside, stretch my legs, grab some water, and hope my debit card holds out. Inside the cashier's a teenager so glued to his phone I'm not sure he's aware of his own hands. 20 on 6, I say, and he mumbles something, runs my card, slides it back without looking up. No problem. I head back out, feeling that little relief of being almost done with my day, just standing there breathing in cool evening air, thinking about greasy takeout and not a single soul bothering me. Except then, bang. Out of nowhere, this voice slices through the hum of cars and distant music. "Put that down. Don't you dare touch that machine. I swear I jumped a foot." And there she was, gas station royalty, the final boss of all Karens. Bleached hair and a helmet that would survive a tornado white SUV so clean it probably gets detailed by Angel's blazer and sunglasses you could weld with. And she's pointing right at me like she's about to declare martial law. I'm so stunned I look over my shoulder thinking, she can't mean me. But nah, I'm the target. "Yes, you," she screeches, heels clicking like gunfire. "I see you pretending to pay, installing one of those Bluetooth skimmers. I've seen it on the news." She's so loud the whole station's looking, pretending not to look. I'm just standing there, tired, thirsty, with a receipt in my pocket, thinking, "Lady, I can barely sync my phone to my car, let alone hack a gas pump." So I keep my voice calm, hands up. "Ma'am, I just paid inside. You can ask the kid." I even try the nervous smile, the one you use on dogs that might bite. Didn't help. A likely story, she barks. "You people think we're all idiots stealing from hard-working folks. And there it is, you people, heavy in the air, ugly and sharp." Now I get it. This isn't about gas pumps or Bluetooth. It's about me, a black man in her neighborhood, fitting the villain she's got playing in her head. I feel that old heat, that heavy, bitter feeling. If you've ever been accused of something just for existing. I decide I'm not going to fight. I put the nozzle away. Nice and slow, say, "Have a nice evening, ma'am," voice tight as a drum. I just want to get in my car and leave. But no. She blocks my door, arms crossed, eyes wild, little dog energy, but she's staring me down. "Oh, no, you don't. I'm making a citizen's arrest." I actually almost laugh. "Ma'am, move, please. You're harassing me." She flips from wannabe cop to damsel in distress, so fast it gives me whiplash. "You see, he's threatening me. I'm calling the police. They'll know how to deal with your kind." She's already dialing 911 and my stomach drops. Now I'm in a nightmare. If I leave, I'm running. If I touch her, I'm assaulting. Only choice. Stand there, arms folded, doing my best impression of a calm, harmless guy, as if being born with my skin is some kind of threat I have to apologize for. She's on the phone, voice all shaky. He's tampering with the machines, very aggressive. Black male, blue shirt, late 20s. He might have a weapon. And my heart's pounding so hard I'm sure everyone can hear it. Sirens. That sound most people think means help. For me, it's doom. 2 squad cars, lights everywhere. Cops pile out with hands on their guns. You in the blue shirt. Let me see your hand. Step away from the car. I know the drill. Slow, careful, polite. Don't give them an excuse. Meanwhile, she's running to the cops, laying it on thick. "That's him, officer. He was violent. He threatened me. I'm a suspect, not a citizen. Pat down wallet keys all on the hood. They're disappointed when it's just a regular guy with a driver's license and a work ID. What were you doing at the pump, son? Getting gas, Sergeant. Paid inside 20 bucks. Check the register. He's lying, she yells. He was fiddling with the card slot. He's sneaky, I know it. Do the cops check the pump? Sure. Nothing wrong. Does that end it? Of course not. She's convinced I'm some master criminal, says I must have removed the evidence. Maybe I have an accomplice. At this point, a reasonable person would say, let's check the security footage, but these guys are more interested in keeping the pillar of the community happy than hearing me out. Then, as if on cue, the teenage cashier pokes his head out looking scared to death. He prepaid 20 on 6 with a card. I want to hug the kid, but then she accuses him of being in on it too, and he disappears back inside white as a sheet. My only witness gone. Now it's just me versus her, and in their eyes, my word's worth about as much as a gas station hot dog at midnight. The sergeant sighs. Here's what's going to happen. You apologize to this lady, we call it a misunderstanding, or you come downtown for disturbing the peace. And I swear it was like being punched. Apologize for being profiled, harassed, lied about, and threatened with jail. Every part of me wants to scream. But I know what happens if I don't, and I need my job, my life, my freedom. So I choke it down, grit in my teeth. I'm sorry for the misunderstanding. The words taste like poison. But even that isn't enough. She starts up again. He's not really sorry. Officer, I don't feel safe. What if he comes back? The sergeant's patience snaps. That's it, you're coming with us. I'm handcuffed, led away under the red and blue lights, and all I can see is her smug, victorious face in the mirror. She didn't just win. She erased my whole reality and replaced it with her fantasy. The police station is as grim as you'd expect booking mugshot fingerprints property in an envelope. You get one call. I call my brother Ben, public defender, smart, tough, and the only person who could even halfway understand. I pour it all out, the woman, the accusation, the arrest. Ben listens, then tells me to sit tight, say nothing, sign nothing. He's on his way. For the first time, I don't feel completely alone. Long night, concrete bench, echoing cell, a bunch of guys in various states of misery. At dawn, the magistrate gives me a $500 bail and Ben pays it. But the real damage is done outside. Because someone caught the whole thing on video, not the part where I'm harassed and accused, just me raising my voice and 4 cops surrounding a black guy at pump 6. It goes viral, and suddenly I'm not just a suspect. I'm that guy every ugly stereotype in the comments, strangers, wishing I'd been shot. My firm quietly putting me on indefinite unpaid leave for optics. I spiral. Weeks go by. But Ben's not done. He gets a PI to dig into the woman's background, pulls security footage from the gas station, and uncovers the truth. She's got a long history of false reports and crazy lawsuits, plus a son who's a hotshot lawyer that's kept her out of trouble for years. But the security cameras tell the real story. They show her approaching me, screaming, blocking me, the whole mess. Ben takes it straight to the DA and suddenly the charges are gone. An investigation into her opens up. But that's not the end. The damage to my name, my career, my sense of self, still there. So I fight back. We get the real story out in the paper, show the full video, expose her pattern. The tide turns. Her GoFundMe is closed. Her son faces a bar investigation. I get a settlement, a public apology, and yeah, enough money to pay off my legal bills. But by then I'm changed. My firm wants me back, but I don't want to build luxury condos for people who'd toss me out for a headline. Instead, I go back to school, become a lawyer, the kind who fights for people stuck in the same nightmare. Now I work for the Innocence Project, helping folks who don't have a Ben in their corner. As for gas station Karen, last I heard she had to sell the house and move far away. Her son disbarred his career, tanked, the scars. They're there, sure, but I turned the worst night of my life into something that matters. So I got to ask, if it happened to you, what would you have done? Swallow your pride or go down swinging? And if you've ever felt that kind of injustice, I want to hear about it. Drop your thoughts in the comments because this conversation isn't over, not by a long shot.